Welcome back, everyone. It is me, Billy, from your favorite wrestling podcast, Upper Mid Card Production. Give me a U, give me an M, give me a P. What does that spell? Ump. No, Robert, as usual. He's a real selfish bastard and doesn't want to drive 45 minutes to my house at 1 in the morning to play a game he's never heard of. If that doesn't say bad co-host, I don't know what does. Nelson, he's trapped in my PC right now. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. More importantly, we're going to be booking the second and the third show of Upper Midcard Productions, a wrestling company history, if you will. I'm really excited to do this. I'm hoping that it's a little bit better quality than the last episode. I don't know what that was about, but it looked really fuzzy to me. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but that's besides the point. I haven't touched this file since I played that last one, and the only changes that I did make was I bumped production, broadcast, and music to different levels. I'm going to keep live event experience low. I'm not interested in paying $2,000 a night. I'll live with the fine. I'll worry about getting that shit up when we're a popular company. Production company, yeah, I don't care. I'll go through their stats and everything when they sign. This guy right here, this Blaine guy, he's supposed to be a road agent. He is there to replace this Abe Towner guy. I'm gonna give him another go this upcoming show to like road agent one match. But I noticed that on all the matches he was agenting, he was getting the not a good road agent thing, and I'm not interested in that type of garbage. You cannot bring negative vibes into upper mid card production. We are good vibes only. So let me simulate to the next show. Alright, so we signed that road agent and this Finbar Hickey guy. I was looking at him, really liked his stats. I've got some ideas for him. As for that road agent guy, dude, just please put on a good match or agent a good match. Abe, dude, I believed in you, but I should have known. Like, you don't look 40. You're not 40. You're a liar. You're a dirty, stinking liar. And now we got Barack Hyland. I hope I say that right. Let's take a look at him. Nope, that's Blaine. He's got good stats. Pretty good microphone. I'm hoping this guy can be someone I can build around. 22 as well, and the most important thing, $30. And that's really all that matters right now. I want you people to work for a hot dog and a handshake. Fame hungry though, which means that very soon he'll probably leave me. If I give this man even a semblance of a push and he gets his popularity up even a smidge, I think he's gone. And we're going to use him until that happens. Extremely old school. Huh. I've never seen that one before. I'm half tempted to make you all sit through the loading screen I just had to deal with, because that was no less than 10 minutes long, and I don't even think it was that many days. But that's besides the point. I'm not going to actually do that, because that'd be a terrible idea for a video. Let's get right into the show, though. Who are you? Alright, none of that. That's fine. Pre-show incidents. Unfortunately, the sound system that you use for the show has gone AWOL. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that sucks. Alright, break out the fucking JBL Kaboom box or whatever it's called. Trevor Lewis requested he's allowed to hang out backstage. Stalwart, but yeah, sure, if you want to hang. Paco came with an idea to enhance his character. I'll be sure to check that out. Jesse Wyatt, they must have been talking about baseball. Alright. I will see you guys at the booking screen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we start the show off. People are filing into the, I was going to say arena, but I think I said that last time, actually. People are filing into the backyard that this show is being produced in. And it starts with your King of Pennsylvania, Marquise Vaughn, coming out and saying he is going to be a fighting champion. He is going to be the only King of Pennsylvania. He's never going to lose his title, and it all starts with Defense 1. And he calls out anybody in that locker room who's got the balls to step to him. And out comes Hawkeye Calhoun, which, if you'll remember from last week, was in a triple threat match against Marquise and New York Doll. He was not the guy to get pinned. So he comes out, he pleads his case, says, hey, I feel I had that match won. One on one. I think I like my odds. Marquise says, shit, deal. See you in the main event. And that's that. First match of the night, an extremely short match. Ajax the Skull Splitter defeats Jesse White in 4:55 with a tree slam. See right there, Abe Towner, not doing too good. Not doing too good. Gonna have to cut him loose. I did give the main event to that other guy though. Let's see. Let's see what he pulls out. In your next match, in a decent match, New York Doll defeats Jack Holder in 10:58 with a Punkin' Nasty. What a crazy name. During the match, we had Primetime Jack Pride distract Jack Holder. He clearly is not taking the first loss in UMP history very well. So, looks like that feud might be continuing. Wow, who could have predicted that? And once again, Abe Towner holding down the match. This guy he is super fired. Just fire him out of a cannon, Nelson. Edit it right here. I'm just kidding. Nelson doesn't edit these. I do it myself, and I'm not good at this type of stuff. So, no cannon. I'll see what I can do. In your next segment, New York Doll comes out to the ring with a mic, and he does not look very happy. And Abe Towner again. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut it off there. But New York Doll comes out with a mic, and he's like, I'm here to call out that moron with his moronic puppet. Get your ass out here so I can rip that puppet in half and shove it down your throat. And Paco comes out, and he's kind of standing. It's not the entrance ramp, but more like the entrance curtain that we got from Walmart 15 minutes before the show started. And Paco's just like, I'm not coming down there, and I actually want to apologize. Pepe was completely out of line getting involved in your title match last week, and we're sorry. And then Pepe grabs the mic and goes, man, that's some bullshit. I don't apologize for none of that. I think you suck, and I think New York sucks. And New York Doll just looks like this pisses him off more than anything. So he gets out of the ring and he chases off after Paco, who promptly runs away. And you see them go out the front door, and Paco gets into a car and drives away. And New York Doll grabs someone out of a car, GTA style, throws him out of the car, gets in that car, and drives away. Who would have thought? Crime. UMP episode 2? Where else are you getting this type of shit? Under your main event, where in a superb wild brawl, hell yeah. In a superb let me try that again. In a superb wild brawl, Marquise Vaughn defeated Hawkeye Calhoun in 11:27 with a Tiger Pile Driver. Damn! Is that the No, that's not the Angel's Wings. Tiger Pile Driver. I don't know who uses that. Whatever. Marquise Vaughn makes defense number 1 of the King of Pennsylvania title. And if I had to guess, this is probably our best rated match. And also, Hawkeye Calhoun is miles ahead of Marquise Vaughn, and they have good chemistry. So this is something I'm gonna have to think about for next week. But that got us a 30. Really, I feel like if it wasn't for the technical difficulties, this would have been a better rated show. But whatever, we're getting there. How much money did I lose? Only $1,500. That's not terrible. Media scrum, fuck, we're live streaming to 5 people after this. For a split second, I thought I wasn't recording, and I nearly shit myself. Damn, by the time this loads, my hair's gonna grow back. Damn, what the hell is taking so long? Also, I just checked to see if that was my highest rated match, and it was not, but it was the second, and number 1 was obviously the main event from show 1, so honestly not too bad. I really, really don't like how low some of these ratings are, but I guess when you're so small of a company, a 16 isn't the worst. Also, for those at home wondering, both shows have been at 37, so let's see if we can get a little bit better than that. I feel like that last show would have been a little bit better if it wasn't for our technical problems. So let's see. Let's see if we can have a smooth sailing show this week. We start off with a decent match. Paco with Pepe defeated Oz Morrison in 7 minutes with the other voice. I wish. Like, I can't visualize what some of these moves could be. So I'm saying that is an elbow drop, but he's like got his hand position. You know what? Actually, no. The other voice is his version of the Cobra. I'm saying that now. And with this just wonderful match that Oz Morrison performed with an 11, he worked himself straight to the unemployment line after this show. Hell yeah. And then after the match, New York Doll sneaks in through the crowd and he attacks. He Pearl Harbors Paco. He takes Pepe, chucks him into the crowd, and then he beats up Paco a little bit, and then he takes him to the outside, slams his hand, like not slams his hand, but pushes his hand in between the steps and the ring post, and he kicks it, possibly breaking Paco's puppeting hand. How could he? That bastard, that son of a bitch, that no good son of a gun New York Doll. How could he do this? So in the next segment, Dave defeats Ash Todd. This is a guy that I just signed locally. I'm trying to give some local guys a chance, seeing what type of ratings they put on. I don't really know if I want a 21. Also, the creative finish being a failure sucks. And another thing that I'm noticing, I'm gonna have to look at stamina more when I'm doing this, because there are so many people who are struggling working an 8-minute brawl, and that's crazy. That's so crazy to me. What do you want me to do? Booking a 4-minute match? I don't think so. Anywho, tangent over. Looks a little smarter. I'm not gonna book him again. So in another match, and the same thing, 8-minute match, and this one I think I may have put it. Let me see, pre-booking. Nope, that's not what I wanted to look up. Where's that at? It was just a regular match. You can't work an 8-minute regular match, Johnny Soylent. How about you fucking put it down? But either way, Hawkeye Calhoun defeats him with a home run and a 50 rating. Hawkeye Calhoun's playing his way to the world title, I'll tell you what. After that, we see a man enter the ring. It is a well-dressed man with a cigar, as you may see. And he grabs a mic and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. Carl Batch. I have been in the crowd for these last 2, now 3 shows, and I wanted to make my presence known. I am scouting for talent. I believe that could be the next big thing, and I believe some of those people, not all of them, in the locker room have potential to be the best in the world, and I'm the tool they need to get to there. As a show of good faith in my connections in the Philly business, I have set up. Next week, you will be performing at Skeeter's Pub, a very famous, very lucrative, very beautiful bar, and I'm going to be watching real closely to see who's going to be good enough to join my batch. Carl's batch, if you will." Then he ashes his cigarette on the fucking Johnny Soylent, who's still knocked down in the ring, because fuck that guy. And he leaves. Too mean? Nah. And in your main event, the face turn, yeah, that's whatever. I have to turn Marquise Vaughn face. I've been booking him as a face, and I accidentally set him as a heel, so got to take care of that. Bro does the curb stomp. That's great. Either way, I'm getting ahead of myself. In a wild brawl that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Marquise Vaughn and Jack Holder defeat Primetime Jack Pride and New York Doll in 12 minutes when Marquise Vaughn pinned Primetime Jack Pride with a curb stomp. So once again, Primetime's taking a loss. That's not real Primetime of him. He's got to figure something out. After the match, we cut to... Let me take care of this real quick. Complete disaster. That sucks. Whatever. We cut to Marquise, who shakes Jack Holder's hand, and all of a sudden Dave makes his way out to the ring, and before he can get to the ring, Ajax the Skull Splitter comes out of nowhere and just gloms him in the back of the head, and a big brawl starts, and Marquise Vaughn runs out there, and he's trying to, he's fighting Ajax, and then all of a sudden Prime Time and Jack Holder, they start fighting, and New York Doll gets involved, and he starts attacking Dave, and he starts attacking Marquise Vaughn, and we just end the show with a big schmoz to end. Into the crowd, everyone's going, "Oh my god," all 90 people here are like, UMP, 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 you know the vibes, and that's how the show goes off the air. There was no air to begin with. 36, that's a lot of nonsense. Yeah, whatever. I'll take it. Definitely our worst show, but not every show is going to be an absolute banger. Let's see, address the locker room. You know what? Where the fuck? Ash Todd, I'm going to call you fucking repeatedly insulted. And then Marquise, I'm going to be like, sorry about that. Was annoyed at your speech. Get out of my company. Finance report. 15 hundo again. That's fine. Look at this fucking jabroni Mark. Alright. The first thing that needs to be done is you need to get this piece of trash out of my ring, son. I don't even care that they're considered a major star. At this point, you can go fuck yourself. If you can't perform well, yeah, you too, buddy. You too. So I got, how many people do I have? I don't know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 people. You know what? I can live with that. Let's see what the hidden gems are. Let's see if there's someone that tickles my fancy. I keep checking these out, but it's always the same like 5 people, and none of these guys really look that good. Like the biggest problem I have with the use of, maybe not the use of AI, because it was kind of my problem with using the Cornell verse on the old one too, is a lot of these guys kind of look alike, and it doesn't really do it for me. They all just remind me of like the classic WWE 2K online fucking my player. Long hair, beard, tattoos, stupid fucking Jeff, not stupid when he wears them, but the stupid fucking Jeff Hardy sleeves. I'm looking for someone with a little pizzazz to him, like Immortal Boy. You know what, Immortal Boy? I like you. I like the look of you. What's your you know what? I'll give you a try. I'll see what I can do with you. And then let's get one more guy. Because I just love the idea of putting myself out of business almost immediately. Would. Dude, it's Hyde. Not Danny Masterson. That's Hyde. Come on, there's gotta be someone. I know I could like whittle it down. Actually, I probably should. I should probably do a little bit. Can work in America. Wrestler. Dude. Sorry, can't have a women's division yet. And we're just gonna. This is how I do this also as well. I don't really scout. I just go off vibes. And I'm sorry if that pisses anybody off. TT, what are you? Yeah? You know what? You don't have good stats, but maybe yeah, I like you. I like, you know what? Yeah. TT to Dawn. That's a good name. I like that. How much do you 30? Dude, I want all I just see a lot of these people and I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking add you. It's like fucking having figures speaking. There's Jeff Hardy. I don't think that's him. I don't think that's Top Dollar at all. Well, let's see. Nah, I don't want to go too crazy with spending. Let's see. I think that'll be everything. Also, don't pay attention to the people down here who haven't debuted yet. Some of these guys will debut in time. I just have specific things I want to do with a couple of these guys, and by a couple, I mean all 3 of them. Marquise Vaughn has morale issues. Wow. I'm gonna give you some of my very, very limited funds. Have $1,000, kid. You're still annoyed? Have another $1,000, kid. Nope, I'm an idiot. You know what? I like you, so have $1,200. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I just gave you $2,200. You're making $30, and I just gave you $2,200. I just gave you probably like a month of your salary at your real job that you definitely have because you're working a shindy. But that'll be it. By the time this comes out, that's it. Bye bye.